players, and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. From the gun, the ground game. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
And the Huskers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. To throw, it's Gentry. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. They're facing a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Cornhuskers with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Here's the handoff. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
Well, that means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they loved.
Yeah, it sounds so...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, it's picked off.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The run from the shotgun. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Lost a throw on first down. Got the quick pass. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Pressure coming. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack and to try to slow this momentum down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Whitaker. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. A designed run for the quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Dropping back, it's Gentry. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Swinton. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Huskers want to crank the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. Past the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can cut.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Finds a man in the middle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll go back to the ground. Pass the sticks in, still on his feet. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physically.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. To the air, it's Gentry. Here comes the heat. Got his man to the left. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Returns it down to the 35-yard line as they cash in on the opportunity to force a turnover. Here comes that Alabama offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. This time he's got his man.
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this up.
Turning it on! Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll give it to the back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. On 3rd and going right back to the well, and this time he finds water, gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. He'll pull it down.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic? Well, we've got fast guys, too, and that time, that was a great play called defensively.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. The offense changing the play, finding open areas. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to pick up a first down. Looking for a man. It's Gentry. Got his man on the outside. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Cornhuskers are in the hurry-up. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Running free. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Lets it fly. And that one's going to be incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down along the back of the end zone.
Quarterback's been rolling the dice, and he's been losing in this game. He's got multiple interceptions already. That one should have been picked, but the defender was out of bounds once he caught it.
Working that wide receiver screen. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the...
And they will score! Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, we're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
The late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Bringing it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Gentry. Rushes on him. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Buys just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12. He now has 106 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's going for it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Huskers want to move quickly. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They kick it away on 4th down. Makes the catch right at the 50. And the returner goes down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Under fire. He'll take another shot here. He's got it along the sideline. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Offense, quick tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bama!
And man, is that perfect timing. You could tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job in getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking to throw, it's Gentry. Quick strike complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. The Cornhuskers racing to the line in the hurry up. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Might be changing the route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
That's a big-time completion. And, guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas.
Touchdown, Nebraska! A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown tie.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And he's going to bring this one out. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Husker. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Good timing on the quick out. Breaks into the open. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. From the gun. Bringing the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, these DBs better stay ready, man. I know you're losing the game by a lot right now, but this offense is still taking shots, so you've got to continue to stay ready and make plays like they were able to do on that last one, forcing the...
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Lining up from the 34 on first down.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards.
Makes the grab down the middle. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field. You get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ballgame.
Backed up now, here's second and long. He wants to throw it again. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Working on the right. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit, because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
49, Nebraska, 21.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Gentry. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the right. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
We've seen a lot of good hands in the back end of this defense in this game. They've got multiple interceptions. That was not a good example, though. That should have been another one, but they say people play defense for a reason.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll leave it with him. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down. It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense, to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll return it. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Gentry. Under fire. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
First and 10.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. He uncorks one deep, and he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
They're working that left side. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
From the red zone, looking for a space. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
This time he's got it. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. Gets it out quickly. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
Set to kick this one away.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. From the gun, the running back has it. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Offense in a split backfield. Handoff from the gun. Find some fresh air. Oh, he's got some space. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The Huskers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the ground. He's got it again. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. He wants to change this route. Scanning the field, it's Gentry. Starting to feel a little pressure. Fighting another broken tackle. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Looking down the middle. Trying to find the end zone.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes a connection. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown Tide. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
72, Nebraska, 27.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able...
Trying to get behind the defense. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Great place to start for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Using the quick game. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. They're going back to the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The screen, he can go. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 25.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Gentry. Grabbed in the middle. It's Winton. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Alabama quickly back to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Going over the top. Snags it inside the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
Nebraska, 27.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. It's Thorne. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Offense lining up quickly. Leaves it with the running back. That would be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on first and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll try the run. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game, because things just have not been going their way through.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today, and hey, who knows, maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.